Oh, whew. How y'all doing? It's July, lie, lie, lie. It's July, lie, lie. Hey, it's July, lie, lie, lie. It's July, lie, lie. Hey, it's July, lie, lie, lie. It's July, lie, lie. Hey, it's July, lie, lie, lie. It's July, lie, lie. Oh, whoo, whoo. Hey, I was about to fall off. I was gonna fall off, but you know, I still do my thing. I still do my thing. I don't even gotta worry. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? So, today is the ends. As I'm recording this video, it is still the 14th, but it's gonna end up coming out the 15th. I know I said I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it differently this time, but I ended up running short of time earlier in the day. So, yeah. I'm exhausted though, but I'ma still keep doing this. I'm still keep putting these out for y'all. Even if nobody watches. It's for me and whoever wants to see it. Don't really matter. Whether it's one person, whether it's just me, or whether it's 100 people. Whether it's me or 100,000 people. It doesn't really matter. It's still the same thing. So let me do my ends, because the intro was very long. Nostrum. Nostrum. It's a noun. It's a panacea. A questionable remedy. A cure-all. It's hard to find a nostrum. It is hard to find a nostrum for tough times. You just gotta make one. You gotta make one. It's a cure-all. So chocolate chip cookies were an effective nostrum for the crying child. I guess it cured their crying. It stopped their crying completely. Stopped it in its tracks. You know, so it's a nostrum. It's a cure-all. Nadir. A nadir it's a low point. It's rock bottom. It's the lowest point you can get. So at any emotional nadir, I consider some drastic options to relieve my pain. Yes, that's tough. When you've reached the lowest point, when you reach the lowest possible point you could reach, that's your nadir. That's your nadir. When you think of NA, it's like, nah, it's the negative. You know, nefarious. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm exhausted. Nefarious, so sinful and wicked. Some of the most nefarious, notorious is another word too for it. Nefarious, some of the most nefarious criminals in the world are held in the maximum security prison. The baddest of the bad. The baddest of the bad ones. The worst humans. Those are nefarious ones. I hope I'm not making you guys sleepy by my yawning. Because you know how yawning is very contagious, you know. Let's see. Neophyte. So a neophyte is a recent convert, a beginner, a tyro, a novice, a newbie, someone who's just starting up. You're just starting up something. So if you're a neophyte in something, you're gonna fail the first time. You're just learning it. You're a novice. You're a beginner. You're just starting out. So the freshman senator is a neophyte to the conventions of Capitol Hill. They're just learning it. They're just learning it. That's what it is. Noxious. It's like in terms of gas, harmful, injurious, toxic, poisonous, deleterious. I think my old car is leaking noxious gases, noxious fumes, because whenever I drive it, I get a headache. The gas is seeping into the air that they breathe, causing them to have a headache. Nebulous. So nebulous, that's vague, cloudy, lacking clearly defined form. Hazy, unformulated, unclear. So it's enigmatic. It's another word we had, but nebulous is like you're unsure. It's enigmatic, it's mysterious, it's vague, it's not clear. It's all of those things. My plans for tomorrow are nebulous, but I'll contact you later to work out the details. So that means they don't necessarily know what they're going to do tomorrow. They don't necessarily know what they're going to do. They're not sure. Nascent or nascent. Coming into being, in early development, emerging, embryonic, burgeoning. So growing, developing, in the development of that. So when you're in that nascent form of that nascent phase of development, you're just starting out, you're growing, you're developing, you're bringing it, it's coming into its own. It's not there yet, but it's coming into its own. Neologism. Neologism, that's a new word, an expression, a usage, a coinage. So my neologisms arise from technology, including spam, mouse, and internet. My neologism, I guess, is, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, or it is what it is. Those are my neologisms. They're like sayings, expressions, pretty much. But they're new expressions. You're just learning them. But I've known these words for a long time, so I guess I've used these words for a long time. But I see them as my expressions. You know what I'm saying? Not mine per se, but ones that I use a lot. Nonplussed means baffled, at a loss for words, at a loss for what to say or do. Bewildered. You're befuddled. You're confused. Bewildered. Confounded. Bamboozled. Confused. You're in a conundrum. Nonplussed. You're, So I was nonplussed at the sight of this one dude at work while I was working that was screaming and shouting, making a whole bunch of noise, causing problems with everybody. I was like, whose man's is this? Like, what is he doing? I was confused, and then I stopped to think, you know, some people just aren't in their right mind, or they lost it a long time ago. So I just kept on doing what I was doing. I was just like, why? I was like, why? It makes no sense. But, you know, it is what it is, though. You got to keep it pushing. Some things are not your fight, and some things it's not worth the trouble. It's not worth the trouble that can be brought about. It's not worth it. Natty. Trimly neat and tidy, dapper. That natty young man always wore a well-pressed suit to the office. He was a smooth criminal. He was a smooth killer. He wore his best dressed fit, from the suit down to the bottom of the cleats, down to the bottom of the shoes, the bottom of the dress shoes. Wore it from head to toe. He was looking natty and clean from head to toe. Just looking fresh to death. I'm so blessed. Yeah. All right. I think that's it for tonight. Have the ends. I guess after midnight. You know, because by the time I finish this, it will be after midnight. So, man, my eyes are just. I gotta get some food and then I gotta go to sleep in a little while. Cause I'm having trouble. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. But I'm still doing this for y'all. Well, obviously for me too. But you know what I'm saying. So, you guys have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow for the O's. All right. Peace.